Many people thought that Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos would make a great couple. Their marriage began in 1996 after they met on the set of All My Children. From being show stars to being a power couple, their story gave Hollywood and other places ideas. Kelly turned into the face of morning TV. Mark stopped acting to become a producer, and then he joined her on Live. Fans loved how they mixed humor, banter, and obvious chemistry to make the show fun to watch. They had lived through the ups and downs of fame, raised 3 kids, Michael, Lola, and Olivia, and balanced jobs that often took them in different directions. They looked impossible to touch. Behind the cameras, though, life was about to test them in ways neither of them could have dreamed. It started out slowly. Mark had always been fit and healthy looking, but then little things began to happen, things that were so small that they were almost ignored. He felt tired after working out, and sometimes he got dizzy. His hands would shake when he grabbed for a glass of water. They laughed it off at first. Mark would joke about being middle-aged, but Kelly saw the bags under his eyes, the shakiness in his smile, and the times when he wasn't quite himself. The next morning, Kelly found Mark sitting on the edge of the bed, gasping for air. His chest shook, and his face turned pale. At that moment, she knew it wasn't just being tired. Then they went to the doctor. There were tests, long, uncertain waiting rooms, and then the verdict. A serious health problem that needs treatment, close tracking, and a big change in how they live. In public, it looked like nothing had changed. Kelly and Mark kept hosting their show and telling jokes and stories to the people who watched. In secret, though, things were changing. Kelly didn't think twice about taking on the job of caregiver. She made sure Mark had all of his medications, went to all of his doctor's appointments, and changed her plan to fit his needs. She read medical journals, talked to experts, and stayed up late to look into treatments. Her friends saw that she was tired because of the look on her face. They told her, "You need to rest too." Kelly's answer was always the same. "When Mark feels better, I'll take a break." It was pure love, a commitment that required giving up something. Over time, the weight of everything became too much to hide. She had been up most of the night before she made her shocking statement in the morning. Mark had been through another hard time, and she had sat next to him and held his hand through it all. She was completely worn out by the time they got to the studio. As soon as the cameras started rolling, the feelings came out. Kelly told the truth with tears in her eyes. She could no longer keep it all in balance. She couldn't give the show, the network, or the viewers the best of herself because her heart and energy were only for one person. "Mark is my world," she said, and her voice cracked. "And right now, the only job I want is taking care of him." No one could be heard in the studio except for sniffles from the crowd. Within hours, news stories were all over the internet. Kelly Ripa quits Live to help her sick husband. Fans sent lots of words of love and support on social media. Celebrities wrote posts about how strong the couple was. Experts in medicine praised Kelly for putting caring first. But the choice also caused discussion. Could the show go on without Kelly? Would she come back? Kelly didn't care about any of those questions. "The show will go on," she told the people in charge. "But I belong with Mark." It was quieter after she stopped being on TV, but not better. Kelly gave up the bright studio lights for trips to the hospital and treatment. She fought for Mark's health and made sure he got the best care possible. Also, their kids stepped up. Michael flew in whenever he could. Lola balanced going to college with trips home. Jochen called every day while he was away at school. The family became a strong unit tied together by love and drive. Kelly often found herself thinking about things. She told a close friend that this is what marriage is all about. It's not the red carpets or the cheers. It's the nights when you hold on to hope while sitting together in silence. Even though Mark had problems, he often made Kelly think of how strong she was. "You've carried me," he said in a low voice one night after a long day. "But don't forget you're carrying yourself too." Kelly had a teary smile on her face. You are the only reason I'm strong." Their story wasn't one of hopelessness. It was one of strength. They laughed even when they were sick. They were thankful even though they were scared. The fight wasn't over yet, but they faced it together, strong as a team. Kelly did a rare interview a few months later. It looked like she was getting thinner and weaker, but her eyes were full of determination. "I quit the job I loved, but I got something better."